Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mughals series, which, oh man, back then we've expanded in all directions, in which we were convinced that we were invincible, much like how the Japanese Empire, looking at you over there, like have what they would call the victory disease, that they felt they were undefeated. And we Mughals had that same mentality, but we found our match, and that was Vijayanagar, the South Indian Kingdom, which has its fair share of defeats, much like us. But we nearly exhausted our manpower for that. My goodness, I'm not saying they were better than us. I mean, they have the offensive ideas, but their manpower was very, very large. I mean, not right now, but we did eventually beat them severely to the point where we couldn't go on anymore because of the war exhaustion that we had at that time, which has been on a decrease. But now we're in a recovery period here, which is going to take a long while to recover all the way. So that would mean over 10,000 every 10 months. My goodness. We'd never be men again. But speaking of never again, we're gonna come up with a new army. That's my response to how to, defeat Vijayanagar again, should we ever come to blows again. And our truce with Bengal will expire in 4 years. So we better make do. And I found a scapegoat. Scapegoat. Scapegoat? Yeah, you got the word right. But here's the deal. We're going to create a new army in response to this military disaster. After that one time. All Rajput regiments are to leave their armies. And I'm sure some of you are thinking, what? Just thought of an idea. Meet up in Lucknow. All Rajput regiments must leave their armies. To Lucknow. Idea. You are to meet there. We have a grand idea. While the armies will be drilling, just meet up in Lucknow. Portugal, they tell us that the spice trade, the discovery of the East India trade route was ushered in the age of the spice trade. With new trade routes available, controlling the flow of spices like pepper or cinnamon have become more important than ever. Hooray for Portugal. Hey, Lucknow's over here. Harun Nazaruddin. One of our advisors, Harun Nazaruddin, has received great support for their efforts in developing astronomical instruments and measuring and fixing the positions of stars. His observations include comprehensive study of the solar system and accurate positions of more than 777 fixed stars. Our prestige is good enough. And although we would like to get ahead of time, still. But every little bit helps. His efforts will be admired throughout the nation. And it also knocks down on the cost. And this would get us to having more governing capacity for this ever-expanding empire. Administrative efficiency also helps, as well as the development efficiency if you wish to develop certain parts of the country more. And universities over certain locations. Present. Yes, an entirely Rajput army. But that's for starters. There's room for one more. Build one here. But quite honestly, I wish we'd have more land for the Rajputs, as, you know, yeah, just a little bit more land. We were in the middle of converting, correct? Very slow. Hey, put that back. That's more missionary strength that way. We weren't finished with that. And plus, the Rajput estate themselves, they want our manpower to recover more. But we have something for them first. But I'm sure the more we expand over certain territories, like including more Rajasthan and acquiring all of this, think of a... So this is 6th Army. An army of mainly Rajputs, but they will also be assisted by some cavalry and artillery, which we still have. I mean, knowing that the Age of Reformation's coming to an end and this would go away soon, so might as well build up a little more on artillery. So mainly Rajput infantry with cavalry and artillery support. Man Singh, you're a man for the job. Drill them. Show them what it means. This 6th Army will be our own special forces, so to speak. Some Rajputs are more drilled than others. So, that's how we're going to answer it. We reduce the size of our own armies, which is basically regulars at this point. And also that means it's going to have to stop. Because I would have another general, but... no. We just couldn't afford it. Because we don't have any means of, you know, later upkeep. Not unlike the Croats. But isn't there something like that? That's the one. For leaders without upkeep. Even though I'm more inclined to go for these. Then again, we just needed more armies to cover all fronts. And please, let the manpower recover. So be it. One army's gonna go without a general. Unless we have a very skilled advisor, then we can afford it. But that's gonna have to wait. As far as military power gain is concerned. Yeah, we could definitely afford one more. 2 fire, 3 shock, 3 maneuver, 4 siege. A siege, man. Good. I just want to see all armies drilled. So yes, it's too many military leaders. I'll take that hit. Remember, we got a few years before we declare war against Bengal, as Bengal is losing against Manipuri. Benign neglect. It seems that the government that governs the least governs as the best as far as those outside of capital are concerned. Our non-involvement in Ranthambori's affairs have proved beneficial and the local economy is booming. Ranthambor, that's part of here. Let me see. There's no buildings here. But I'll say if it moves, tax it. Build a mosque here. Even though the base tax isn't great, but it's a start. So now we're 137 strong. So that puts us in the largest second largest army in the world. While our navy is still non-existent, but that will change once we control the Ganges Delta. Oh yes, it expired. That's what. Our policy of varying quantity over quality is paying off. As of today, more men came to available for the army. You can never have too many men. That's what we need. But if only we went more to mysticism. But however, due to the Taj Mahal, it actually changes each month. 0.1% increase. And we'll be getting this sooner rather than later. And if I want more diplomatic power, the real question is, who am I going to integrate? Thinking in my head. Yeah, I could see that. Let me see. Manufacturing? None? None. Even though it's all tar desert. In fact, this whole area is desert. It's not going to be until 1609 we'll finish off Malwa, but beware. Its independence is guaranteed by Vijayanagar. But at least I'm only warning Bengal. Just to make sure they don't do anything stupid. Yeah, we're building one here. So we do have a workshop. Not as influential as they once were. Just stall for time. Don't do anything stupid. But at least, you know, despite the war elephants you see, which indicates, yes, we have plenty of cavalry in most of these armies, which, in fact, we should have a look at this. Cavalry infantry ratio. It's gotta be here somewhere. There it is. Your army, excluding artillery, cannot be comprised of more than 60% of cavalry, or you will suffer insufficient support penalty, causing additional losses in combat. And we have reached a new level of professionalism. May refill garrison. Okay, so what it means is, you know, that's us due to being Sunni one part, but yeah, we do have a lot of it. We do have an awful lot of cavalry, but I guess we need a little more infantry. Should we expand each and every one of them? Except for the Rajputs, which, you know, they wear Mughal uniforms. I'll switch to diplomatic soon. Unless you need an advisor. Oh, actually, really? You're only 40. It's a much more affordable price, actually, but trade efficiency means we still get some income through the trade around here. So, just this once. Because I need more diplomatic power just to get this up faster. Give to the state. The nobility and the businessmen of Rome decided to reward our good governance of recent years by donating cash to the treasury. Some out of pure patriotism, others in exchange for honorary titles and positions. Take both. I'm sure I know some more people who can contribute, because I'm well connected. Thank you very much. Real question is, what the hell am I going to invest in? More textile manufacturers of areas that you control. Because there is one here. One there. One there. And one there as well. They have not built that. Well then, I guess we can develop a little bit more Bengal when we take more control of that. Don't forget the cloths. No textile manufacturer there. This one's not there. Be sure to combine it with workshops when a chance is given. Well, with all that newfound money just earned, so this will be it. What else? Yeah, you don't have it. But you do, but that's very little. You make very little income. Crud. These are the only two allies I have. Guess we're gonna have to be more self-reliant than ever. Actually, we do have contact with the Portuguese. Yeah, you got too many diplomatic relations, but there's this mission far down the line regarding Western allies, but you need to complete this first before you have to worry about the Portuguese or whomever that may come up here. Much as I'd like to get more diplomatic ideas too, eventually you get this. Padishah Jahangir is known for possessing a mind for organization, making sure that people, as well as the administration of the Mughal Empire, adhere to the law, while also updating and adjusting the system to fit the times we live in. It is of great interest to the Padishah. Imagine his joy upon realizing that his wife shared many of these ideas. A conversation with you, dear Mumtaz, is as stimulating as any council meeting. He exclaims to the Padishah Begum one afternoon. She responds with a smile, also much enjoying the bonding of her husband over these matters. These two make a great match. Gotcha! Yes, sir. Free manpower, and this will remain the same. Finally. Now we're way ahead of time. And it's going to be a long time before we get to that. And it would be advisable to start saving up that administrative power for core creation when we take these areas. And you can build universities. Good buildings to have. Of course. You've got 2 years. Kandesh. Yeah, sure, why not? Assam? Yeah, go right ahead. You have my blessing. Just beat up Bengal some more. And then I'll come in and take them all out. Khorasan and Yakhan. Balochistan, Transoxiana, Gujarat, and Kandesh. Extreme monsoon in Bundelkhand. 1605's monsoon has been far more severe than expected in Bundelkhand. The powerful winds and heavy rains caused extreme damage to rural and urban settlements alike. A costly relief effort will be needed to undo part of the damage, though it will take time for Bundelkhand to recover. Yeah, I'll organize a relief fund. Again, all that connection to the coast might be a bit problematic for Manipur. Because if they take this over, that means I'll be fighting against them, Kham and Assam. Aha! Now I know what they're up to. There we go. Finally built up half the manpower reserves. And Rajputs are more loyal. And we've gained a Skill 3 Army Reformer, which will add up more morale of our armies. Cheaper to employ, you say? How old are you, son? That's the guy. 32. But he's just as good. And discipline is better to have. 1 more year. So that means stop drilling by December and move to positions. At least nobody's guaranteeing them. But they're allied with Gujarat, which... Gujarat... Well... Visits from shady people. Well, we are trying to build up spy network core, so good. Good timing. Moment. It's like you do have a claim on East Bengal and West Bengal, but so is Bengal, but not these. So simply for the sake of it, because we're trying to grab as much land as possible. That's the key. Flintlock musket. And we get a new cavalry type. Maratha Raiders. Compare it to this. Well, there goes the fire, but it'll be defensive fire. After the fall of the Ahmednagar Sultanate, the Marathas that had previously thrived in service came to fight in the service of Bijapur and other local or regional powers eager to develop further ways to outsmart the large Mughal armies encroaching on the Deccan. With the rise of Maratha military ability came the rise of Maratha political power, and these Deccani warriors will soon form states of their own, overshadowing their former Muslim employers and proving to be a threat to their Mughal nemesis. Through the use of light cavalry and infantry, the Marathan armies would be able to harass and cut off much of the larger, less mobile Mughal forces and carve out a number of empires from the declining Mughal state. Well, we doubt their way. We will be ready soon. A couple more months, and then we begin our march towards Bengal, no matter who the owner is. And we will have the manpower to do it. We will take less casualties than usual. I mean, we already dominate the trade. At least at the most part. But we'll be aiming to change that. We done yet? Takes an eternity and a half to get them done. Good enough. Stop! We're volunteering these two armies to go on the offensive to your starting positions. Bring out the best. The other four will continue to drill. Incorruptible. Not everyone who aids the enemy knows the true nature of their transgression. Spies may be loyal to the foreign power, but major information sources are people who are simply paid well for telling secrets that they shouldn't, without understanding who makes use of them. However, in the Mughal Empire, corruption has been all but extinguished. Spies who recently tried to compromise our ministries through bribery and extortion have found themselves reported instead of being evaded by our officials, and now at our mercy. Death to spies! Why the hell not? Well, that's going to be till the start of the next stage, which is going to be beginning very soon. You should quit while you're ahead. Because they have the objective. You're nearly occupied. We're ready for war. Obviously. Truce has expired. This would be high time to declare war now, but who knows what territory that they're going to surrender to. We're just going to get much out of them as we can. But I fear that we will have to fight them in addition to them as well. You probably want to save up some diplomatic power knowing the territories that we're going to take. I don't even know what the objective's going to be. And Gujarat will be there. Despite what's going on over there. Oh, Manipur is over there. Well, when this area falls, maybe we'll consider. Don't start that war immediately, as much as I would like to. They're still holding on. Okay. Check. Damn! Soon Gujarat will be out of that war, as they got too many going on. Hands full and all. Because I would like to have with little less involvement. That's where the Gujarati forces went. But soon they'll go for, you know. No, because I have my reasons. You're trying to ally with Bengal. I see what you're doing. I don't like that. They say it's ahead Chittagong Chakla. Well, at least they didn't take all of. But remember the mission. It's in this area. Chittagong is not one of them, but I do have a claim on Chittagong. After them, you're next. And then Gujarat will be there, unfortunately. So Satagon. That will be the main objective because of a fort there rather than their capital. So that means we'll have to send one army to Gujarat. It'll be you. You're the closest. Get away from there. Moving up. You take care of the rest. Head to Ranthambore. Get away from them. Your morale is too low. Crush him. Split. You're more similar than more ways than one. Try to take the main objective. Big time prestige. But at least the Clarinet War gets some of that mysticism up. Anything that gets this religious unity up. Move up. Though I would love to take provinces from Gujarat, just get ahead of time. They're just trying to get on the other side. It's not necessarily an invasion. Abraham Shah Zaruddin, that was our siege man. Blast! He was a real expert. About to engage the enemy here. We've taken the objective. Army eliminated. Gujarat shouldn't last long now. Pull back. Mop up the rest. This war's already over before it even begun. Gotcha. Alright, what do you need? Yeah, pillage, that's one thing. But there ain't no way I could take provinces off of you, right? Right? It is too much. Clear that, you go separate peace with Gujarat. I mean, due to the close proximity, and knowing we'll have to fight Malwa very soon, which that truce will expire in next year. So it would be ideal to have those two. Since we do have connections to the coast of Gujarat, that is. But so I'm pretty interested in taking this great piece of land, even though we have no legitimate claims to it. No, of course not. But taking this bit closer to there would be very nice. But obviously the other countries won't like it, but again, we're still convinced that we are invincible and all that. And also whatever money that you can give me. No reparations. We just want to get ahead of time. And before I accept it, let me look up the mission. This is part of this. They mean the entire area of that. Even if we have to fight Vijayanagar for that. I mean, that's just for starters. And, speaking of those two, how developed are they? 21? 8. It is a world port. But it would be nice to have Surat as well. So we decided to take a real important area. And we will have it. Whether they like it or not. Remember, just these two and the amount of money it can give. Okay. What about just these two centers of trade, just to add more trade power to us? But obviously we'll take less money. But there's a lot more from Bengal. Thus creating two little Gujarati enclaves, in which we'll finish them off at a later time. Yeah, just two centers of trade in a Gujarat trade node to the Mughals. That's why I haven't really. At only 44. We'll get to work on that. It'll be done in a year. Good. Textile manufacturing. Silk. Cloth. Made the right call. And we'll finish off what's left of Gujarat next time. Unless somebody guarantees their independence, and then we'll fight them too. But now let's wrap up on this part of the campaign. go over here. You don't want to get stuck here. Even though it's kind of disconnected from Empire, but a close proximity, and thanks to this connection to the coast of Gujarati there, we're fine. We have taken the main objective. War score is 99, but not right now. Any areas that weren't captured are going to be captured. We want to have total victory. More towards mysticism. You'll hear us in a moment until we have 100% occupation. Obviously, but we're working on it till we have a complete takeover of the entire area. Malwa and $100%. See how much we can get out of this. I guess that too. Vijayanagar. Ah. Kathmandu up there. But this would complete the mission, right? These areas. No, this is needed. Damn it. We can't get this. Son of a beeswax. But every bit of land is good land, but damn it! They are utterly defeated. Lower that money. Let's try. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. And that's all we can get. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's a little too much, but who's gonna fight us? That's the real question. As well as that amount of overextension we already have. And coring all these areas. But we have some of that administrative efficiency. So this is gonna skyrocket. Because you are taking some really well-developed land. See? You are taking some of the most developed land of the whole region. But can we just draw out this war till another year? Is it something we should do? So the overextension goes away. And then all that and more. Deal with them. We can drag it out for another year. Or almost none out there. Begin drilling, as you were. No one's gonna come after you. But we'll remain on constant guard until these provinces are cored, and then start again from there. Just trying to be smart here, as well as all that good administrative power gain. Which we wish we would get this sooner, but if I was to get another trade, I mean, god dang it, another idea, it would have to be either for trade, which I think it'll be later, so we do not control much of the subcontinent yet. Tragedy struck. It's rather tempting to take aristocratic ideas, but I'm more inclined towards quality because of the discipline, and combined with the already complete economic ideas for even more discipline. That would be very good to have. Our army may be strong in size, but not strong in fighting. What I mean is, it's like, yes, we have the numbers and all that, but numbers isn't always everything. Your army has to be of quality as well, in addition to quantity. And all that. Just wait one more month. And then you'll get what you want. We're not sending many of our more men to... God, they're killing themselves. We're still trying to get a maximum manpower. So, yes. Honest merchants of Mughals. A little more global trade power. Just wait till the overextension goes away. And these two must be a state. Even though we're not going to get much income out of it, but it's for starters when we expand further into those areas. Okay, now call it. And of course that means we have a little more naval ports. If you wish to build a navy from there, which we will, if we have the money and time. And especially the sailors. I can't build a navy without a lot of sailors. So yes, that coalition, it still stands, but who's gonna fight us, I mean, Vijayanagar is the difference maker, but they don't have the manpower now, as much as we really built up ourselves. But perhaps maybe we should just invest our money in building more barracks. Yes, more barracks. Even though they're upgradable now, to have more training fields. Yeah. This will do, so call it. A lot of prestige to our name, and some money. And only costs this much to core all of these. They're not gone yet, but it's only a matter of time before someone's going to try to guarantee them independence. Looking at you. Yes. Until next year at the earliest. All I can say is congratulations. Now you have taken over some of the richest land out there. And the mission is complete. conquest of Bengal. Production efficiency up and yearly prestige up. And we have a permanent claim on Orissa and Assam. Although we couldn't get Midnapur. Though it would be nice. But follow the Brahmaputra, that's to conquer Assam up there. Just that part anyhow. Not the entirety of the country. And now the Grand Trunk Road. Since time immemorial, the Grand Trunk Road has serviced traders and armies in northern India. This great road connects from the important cities of Hindustan, from Bengal to Kabul. We must renovate the Grand Trunk Road and spare no expense in its maintenance. There's also a great need for accommodation for the entire trade route. We must alleviate with the enactment of regular serais where traders may rest and spend the night. So this area, very, very devastated by war. My goodness. Well, until the devastation of the entire area of East Bengal, well, that's gonna take a long while. But this got the worst of it. Did somebody scorched earth this province? We gotta build a fort there. And when we turn this to a state... Oh, it's already a state. We can make this an edict. To, the autonomy is rather important to us, so... Go for this. Monthly autonomy change, just to get it down a bit further. While this is still a territory. All I could say is, right, I forgot. Till next year. There's gonna be a thing for it. If you have the splendor, that is. Head to positions. Everybody's to drill again. We're gonna be dealing with separatists soon. But just wait. Just fabricate claim on these two. Oh dear. Oh, my boy's grown up, but he's a naive enthusiast, so that ain't gonna improve much in relations. That was our newest general. Not trying to get him killed, it's just gotta put him somewhere. Drill this army. By the way, 3 fire, 4 shock, 1 maneuver, no siege. Good start. Drill, drill, drill. Bureaucracy sometimes just doesn't work. The wrong men in the wrong place can lead to corrupt practice which hurts the country's income. Even worse, it'll take a few years to get a proper paperwork to change it. As much as I would like to go to war against Malwa, but I want to wait a little bit. But I'll tell you this. I'm sending you a warning in case you do anything stupid. Oh man. Unbalanced research, religious unity. This is about as much as it can go. To keep it at bay. And that unbalanced research isn't part of that. The printing press is not present here. But global trade, some of that is present here. But please wait till next year. Wait till January, when all this is court and this will be out of our heads. Your dilemma claimed our nation's governing committee is a stretch to the breaking point. You sure about that? They tend to, we must pause to consolidate before attempting further conquests. Oh, overextension for, hey, free administrative power, which, quite honestly, do we really need that? Because do you want to have more unbalanced research in your conscience? But the massive dollars of casting a jealous sign, near their claim to make a fine addition nation, they call for military campaigns. The giants of Delhi fund the construction of new textile manufactory. They claim it will be a highly profitable investment, doubling the province's output of silk. Where? Delhi doesn't have a manufactory? I thought they have. Could have sworn. Apparently we do not. But the reward you get is just slight increased development in Delhi, as if it really needs it. And these two are just administrative power. Which we're fine with the amount that we get, so go with the giants. And you got this great income, so... Another textile manufacturer coming right up. And it does have a workshop, so it'll be in the works. Speaking of Jainism... Oh, while heathen religions can be tolerated, there's no place for the Mughal Empire for Kafirs who believe in no god at all. The ulama charged the Jains of being Kafirs, non-believers in God, and they've held a debate before the Padishah to settle the matter. The ulama argue that the Jains hold no belief in one who is pure without physical form, changeless, sinless, emancipated from rebirth, passionless, independent, and a slayer of sins. And the architect of all joy, this conception of God, they argue, is shared between Muslims and Hindus, but absent among Jains. The Jain monks present that the debate fervently repudiate this view. Opting for flexibility, they put forward a multitude of Jain doctrines to demonstrate their theism, from the worship of Jina to the very concept of Dharma. Ultimately, it falls on the Padishah to decide the fate of Jainism in the Mughals. Must consider which argument we find is most compelling. Jains are Kafirs. They believe in no god. This is for legalism, but we're trying to stick with more towards mysticism because we need that morale of armies knowing. But we'll save the Jains days we are. Just when I was about to click on them. Just you can't make decisions in a vacuum. You gotta have information. You got to think. That's how we operate around here. Of course, the Brahmins didn't like that. Just wait till January. They finally took it. And also, by the way, no coalition was ever formed. And finally, when we get to have a navy, we get to have these. But all I need is a lot more sailors. And then we'll build a legitimate navy. Hey, what are you still doing here? Well, actually, just move along a bit and then drill. Truce of Malwa expired, and there's going to be an uprising around here soon. We have the manpower to sustain a very big war. West Bengal will be a state. Obvious is obvious. Yeah. So just let the autonomy go down. Centralization effort. Don't try to lower the autonomy manually, because you are gonna piss off a large number of them. What? No manufacturing? For spices, that's for monthly devastation. But hey, it's something that, I mean, now that's fully established here, that means we can build a lot more buildings. But since it's so devastated, another way to reduce devastation is to build a fort here. So we have to build it here. So devastation will go down faster, faster and faster, along with lowered autonomy, and everything will get to work very well. And we'll dominate the Bengal trade, and build manufacturers and all that, then it'll be the wealthiest that we'll ever have here. So, that's how it's gonna be. You know what? Get the position. Stop drilling. Few months. We're starting this. Hope I know what I'm doing. And we'll deal with whatever uprisings out there. Welcome to the age of absolutism. As governments wrest the absolute power in their countries from other parties, they are now able to devote themselves to the building of empires. This is the age of the state, of rulers, and their armies. Now, what does this mean? So, yes, we have land force limit of at least 200. And we have a multicultural nation too. Now all you need is 5 universities, and then we will start the Mughal Golden Era, which seems highly likely we'll have to use this Golden Era, but use it wisely, because you may never know when to use it. But since you've just fulfilled 2 objectives, you're getting some splendor out of it. Now what about the max absolutism? Which, by the way, I first learned it when I was doing Croatia. I did it ahead of time before I recorded more of the Mughals. With that religious unity, and we are a great power, and legitimacy is all the way up as we are a monarchy, that's one thing. And the base value up. So harsh treatment gets it up, along with increased stability, decreased autonomy, which is another way of doing it. Strength of government. And obviously this will not be a parliamentary empire. This reform is mutually exclusive with Indian Sultanate, I should say. Meaning not possible. So that means I have to go for either legislative houses or political absolutism. But I already learned what absolutism is like. So in the meantime, we're getting ready to fight this very deadly war and cut off their exits if they want to get their way out. But remember, your objective, Conquer Malwa. All this area, all of this must be under Mughal control. You will gain 500 ducats for this award, and you will have claims to Gujarat, which will have all of this, no doubt. And this will also turn our attention towards the Deccan. We have to secure all of these. But we never had time to fabricate claims for each and every one of these areas, including fighting against them. So we should start that war soon. Will it be April or May? Mid-April. Bengal has gone bankrupt. That reminds me, since we're an ever-expanding army, as we have more than the manpower reserves, you should build training fields at areas where barracks have already been built before. Since you got all this money. It's cheaper. There you go. If you're going to be concerned of monetary costs during the war, we can loot enemies' foreign cities. We'll be fine. In a year's time, after this war, we will have a lot more manpower. Wait till the 15th of April. Now, what's the objective? Mandu. It's their capital. The Bahmanis will join, but I think we are confident enough. Though the vast majority of the force we'll be facing will be against Vijayanagar, as they've already used up all their manpower just to create their enlarged army, but we've doubled as of recently. And we'll deal with the others. Hormuz, Malacca. Oh yeah, you guys down there. Which means one day we're gonna send an army to deal with you down there. When we get this secure, if we can get Vijayanagar out of this war, and then we'll send an army or two to give a go-ahead. But of course, that's going to be problematic with our navy out there. And theirs as well. Even though we ain't have no navy, but you get the idea. I'm gonna regret this. It's a hell of a deployment. Of course they're gonna go with Vijayanagar. With their combined strength, we're in for a world of hurt. Well, since they're not present, for now. Pull away. The capital is fallen. Move up there. Stick together. We'll get them here. These guys. Battlefield medic, reinforce faster. See if you can catch them, which we will. Can't move, but we'll be heading this way. In Hungary, they tell us the war has changed. The advent of widespread use of firearms radically changed the face of war in Europe. A number of new mercenary companies have been founded, armed with modern weapons, employing modern tactics, while others have been unable to adapt and fallen for relevance in this newer, sophisticated warfare. October in Europe. Rain brings fertility to Sirhind. Excellent. Gotcha. Be careful out there. Look who's there. Looks like they've hired some mercenaries. Company of the Ganges. We're gonna have a hard time. Bring out those guns. We're gonna need every single man out there. All of this. We'll be deploying to combat soon. Move on. For a long time, foreign merchants have been selling in Satagona to better conduct trade of our country. Lately, we've intensified activity of the Sultanate of Gujarat. The court has grown a city of its own. It's not about its problems. Our own citizens complain that Gujarati community is growing at our expense. They demand to impose harsher rules on foreign merchants curtail their activities outside of foreign power. We must respect the wishes of the good men here. That's their invasion force, and that's going to definitely delay our castle building. That's one. Oh. Once this fort falls, this hill fort here, we'll use our combined strength to take them out. Because there's so many out there. But once you kill them in a pitched battle, it's going to take a long time for them to reinforce again. Let's try to advance, shall we? Don't venture off too far. And let the other forces catch up. That was our downfall, if you recall. We've taken the area. Almost all of Malwa. But stay here in this hill. We'll be with you soon. Look over there. There's a vast majority of forces of the First Army. They're with the very best general that they got. Well, I can't watch over everything. I'm only concerned with the biggest and baddest. We're gonna kill him here. Wait for it to finish. Now come. All together now. We gotta fight them in an area that we would favor. So they're gonna be... where? Here. Arrive 12th of March. Split up. We'll be dealing with them there. And wherever they chase off, who knows where they could go. So you go over there. We're gonna send you over there. If it can hold. And I'm sure they'll be wondering, what about the Rajputs? Well, transfer yourself over there, because we need the best fighters to take them out. Stand yourself here. Wait for the Rajputs. Lead off their invasion force, then retake that area. That castle needs to be constructed. As I said, we need the very best over here. More towards mysticism. Adds more morale to the army. Hills, drylands. No. We made them a vassal long ago. Alright, present. Move on. All together. But know where you are gonna fight. Know your terrain. That's nearly their entire force out there. Yeah, you'll definitely do. And you've got to get down to Hormuz and take some provinces off of them. Definite route. Chase them down. Oh, remember the last time. Nope, they're going to Kutch. That's a crossing. Stop. Had to do it. We will defeat them here. Hala. Hala. It's over. We'll cut them off this way. Oh God, that's hills. Damn it! We can't find a good place to fight in. But we got them in Gujarat, so they have very little areas to escape out. Serious grasslands, hold! We can catch them here. Move out. Even ground. Pitch battle. Of course, Man Singh, this is your redemption. This is your way to redeem yourself. If you can defeat them, then we'll get all of this. You're gonna have to remain here for a while, as we're committed to defeating and avenging Vijayanagar. Actually, Shah Shuja is the one in charge of this battle. Hellacious battle. Well, we got him. Split up. You go after them. We'll follow you. You take care of the mob of the remnants and get the rest of Gujarat. I have to forget about this bit too. Remain at your post. There's about to be an uprising here. Get it? Herat, hold. Damn it, it fell. I mean, still have the hills, the drylands. It's all drylands here. It's fine. Just keep spamming. Retake it. This time. That was our best man. Not as good replacement, but he'll have to do. What are you doing? Don't stand there. You know they'll be back. Their forces are still massive, you know. But you may want to send some assistance over there. And until this fort falls, you're going over there to keep them at bay. Oh, they committed. Meet up there. That's our friends over, you know? Jahangir has passed. Huh. With the union of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz. Well, ain't that a coincidence? Not only we have a ruler named Shah Jahan like the historical Mughals, but now his spouse's name is Mumtaz. Six, 2, 4. Died while leading the siege. Yeah. Babur is the new name of the heir. Wish it was Alamgir, which is, you know, the alternate name of Aurangzeb. What a coincidence. As of this, but obviously, you know, different last name. But unfortunately, Shah Jahan, young man here, is a naive enthusiast. And we're down a general. You'll have to do. Got Herat back. Now retake this area and go after the people of our rely heavily on their port to supply the city, what it needs, but blockade against the Bengal Delta is cut off. Both many luxuries and some goods they are claimed necessary to run the city. They can hardly make do with silk alone, and they're turning to potty to find a solution. Do we really need that? Divert the source to get goods delivered via land routes. We'll meet up shortly and we'll defeat this army together here. Hopefully. Here's a new general. Oh, Hell, that's bigger than I thought. Move up. Meet up over here. This is definitely going to kill our manpower. Of course. Same as always. Fortunately, that fort there isn't gonna do much. Get rid of it. Oh, oh. As usual. How much does it cost since we have no navy? None. Okay. Fleet in Bing for now. We need to go take their capital. Who's the man with the siege ability? Not me. Star Shuja, you're the man for the job. Get to Vijayanagar now. We'll be covering it. You got it. Hills. We could definitely fight them here. It's a good area to fight in. As long as that friendly fort is still there. Castle will be complete this year should there be not any more eruptions. Wait a minute, who's there? Move up. We didn't realize how many are there still. Take this immediately. Use what you got. All of Malwa will soon be occupied, but we need to knock all their allies out of this war. Including Malacca. The long way around. It's absurd that we decided to send the army with the most. Now they're gonna run themselves back here. That's the reason why we want to have an ever-increasing amount of manpower to create yet another army. For such an ever-extensive empire, it's hard to watch over everything when you're fighting such a wide conflict. Just take their capital and then sooner Vijayanagar will be out of the war. Let's go back. They may need our help. Head for the hills. It's just I fear the worst. But we're gonna trap them in Gujarat again. Stubborn fort. It's a capital fort, not a real fort. It's not enough to get him out of the war, but that'll hold him off for a while. We're returning. just need everyone over here. And we'll go deal with them soon. And they're about to occupy this area. And that castle's not even going to be finished still. And that devastation especially. Go down! I don't think it's wise to chase them, but we're going to. Fire! This one's guaranteed to surrender. Damn them! Damn them for being so well defended. This way. Cut them off. War enthusiasm is low, but I want to punish them one more time. We'll catch him here. You will not escape. Even though we're coming in with poor, dirty uniforms. The garrison surrendered very easily because they got a siege master over there. So we're committing ourselves to there now. Get them off of Bengal. See if we can take this area. Part of Khandesh. Don't mind that. Let's just occupy one more bit of territory and see if we can get some land. A tiny bit of land. Out of Vijayanagar. Since we've killed off all their manpower. Hang on. Don't call them out of the war just yet. Gotcha. Vijayanagar is out, so what do you want before I give my suggestions to you? Just have me pillage? Well, let me see. Does not say anything about Thalner. So just give me these two and then that's it. It's doubtful, but give it a try. Nope. Listen, I never had claimants in that area. Or maybe just one, okay? Just one. One small piece. Sounds pretty good, hmm? Because you got to have this. Including what's left of Gujarat. As I said, I got to have this area. But we can't know for certain. Because the demands exceeded war score. So you're saying Well, you are beaten. So perhaps we're gonna take that out more on you then. Well, we're gonna go retake those forts. Scare them out. Take this back. You go over there. You are going all the hell way down over there. There are not many. Don't be afraid. You're going out on an expedition. And there's not much left of Vijayanagar left. For now. Until they recover their strength slowly but surely. Must not be allowed to escape. Kill them all here. First circumnavigation from Portugal. Our fleet set sail to find a west sea route to the rich spice islands of Indonesia. It took them 99 days to cross the ocean westward after they found the Strait of Magellan, located near the tip of South America. The strait was treacherous, and when they finally reached the ocean, the captain wept with joy. The ocean was so strangely calm, it was nicknamed Pacific, from the Latin word for tranquil. The fleet's captain died from a wound caused by a poisoner when assisting the chief of Cebu in conquering a rival tribe. 2 of our ships had survived. 1 tried to return across the Pacific but perished. The last ship continued west and sailed across the Indian Ocean, rounded the Cape of Good Hope. As it arrived, our party became the first ship to circumnavigate the globe. Good for Portugal, but bad for Malacca. You all have a siege skill. Wouldn't bring everything but the very best, so. Actually, you're going over there. You too. You're going with them. We need the Rajput still in the front. Retake that castle. That's under construction, so to speak. And when the construction is finished, the surrounding areas will fall back into under friendly control. At the most. And deal with this little remnant. I will continue to fight against you until you submit and give me those demands. I'll leave Thalner alone. Just an idea. May never know, unless I take that off. But we'll talk again soon. What the hell are you doing here? I should go out and assist them. Well, who's got the siege skill? Oh, actually you do. You go help them. I'll continue the siege here. Your task is to get rid of them. We're chasing them. Not ideal to be fighting in these areas, but just keep them running. Damn castle will finally be finished. It'll fall back to friendly control, including this And that at the most. Now let's commit. Malwa noble rebels. Oh hell! We had no idea they were here. Whatever they were, they're gone now. Must have been mercenaries again. Yes, we're killing off our manpower once again, but it'll be worth it. Much worth it. Oh, god dang it! Well, they have no leader. You're taking a crossing penalty. Handle your rebellion next time. Chase off the final remnants, if you can. Please. Yep, we're coming on down to the peninsula. Send them running. Hills. Do that. Taking more forts means more war score. Down but not out. Oh, son of a beeswax. Just keep chasing them. Marital bliss. More money for the war effort. That's what's needed. Castle is built. It's still a devastated country and it's blockaded, which isn't helping. Forgot. Switched as a national focus. Because you've got all this power and you can't get... Well, you still could get more of it, but... Do you really want more unbalanced research? Rather develop a few areas, quite honestly. You want to quit? This is gonna help. I mean, can't demand you anything other than money. But we'll talk later. Your war enthusiasm may be low, but siege has just begun. You don't forget about them. Just take those areas. Breach those walls. What are you waiting for? That's another fort taken. Get one more. And he'll be out of our lives. For now. Hey. crafted. That takes care of. Fire. I want this over with. Tired of this. Take all their forts, show Vijayanagar a lesson. Even though they're all gonna meet with them. Now do you want to quit? Will you give me these lands? Yes, they say. Just only these two. And a silly proposition. Conquer Malwa. No, they won't. Even if we want that, they won't do it. Okay, I understand. I just wanted these two lands. And if you're willing, if some money involved, 236 ducats will do. And we'll definitely core these. So they're out of this war and out of our lives. Hang on here. Yeah, we know. There's an ongoing blockade here. Move up. See if you can take this area again. Thana will be left out. Get back over here. The friendly positions. More separatists. Take their capital quickly. That'll knock them out of the war. One more time. My goodness. You know how unbalanced this research is going to be. But it gives me this new idea group that I've been waiting for. And Jiminy Christmas. But then again, I did say I want quality ideas for more discipline. Because our army is ever growing, but yet we're not growing in quality. That's what quantity's for, so the opposite will do. And then after that, this next idea will be for trade, knowing that we're going to continuously expand our empire to many different areas here and there. Well, here's our first idea. We just want to see the performance to improve of our military. That's why. Oh! This way! Defeat the separatists. Manufactory complete. The ulama demand Rajput conversions. No, guarantee religious tolerance and scold the ulama. I've been falling behind on all this. And I would invest on a new idea, but I don't know how much diplomatic power it's going to cost me. on the move again. Your war is over. No pillage. But ducats will do. And we got a long way back home. Hey. Let's get this one last bit, and then war's over. But actually, we probably want to wait. Because, you know, that whole stall for time, and there's still, you know, remnants out there. And you declared war for what? Reconquest. Yeah, go ahead, take advantage of the situation. We'll call. Again, we're running this episode pretty long, so we're trying to wrap this up as soon as we can. Oh, there's something we could do. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Sorry, it's just a little feeling I just got. Again, Malwa was the main objective. What little's left of Gujarat we'll take. This way. I didn't expect that. Well, you got a lot more work cut out for you. We have you surrounded. That's unrelated to us, but it's our vassal. Welcome back. You're just in time to take care of some rebellions. Mop them up. If you can, please. Take this time. That's one. That's two. Just a moment. That got him. Anyone else? Be stationed here. going that way. Wait till this core is finished and then negotiate. There it is. Okay. Oh, and by the way, Hormuz, you're out of here too. Since we never... just white peace out. One day, and then... Remember, Malwa was the objective. Yes, I know. It's been a long war. Now, remember the mission is to get all of these provinces here. Which hopefully we can take it. If we can't take it all for whatever reason, then we got a problem. Especially that one. That's the most developed. So that's 1, 2... Actually, we can get it all. And then some. Oh, just barely. That's all you got? But it was worth half the manpower that we just killed off. Certainly by attrition, but most importantly by battle. And before we finalize that deal, look at the casualties we took. Mostly due to attrition, rather than by combat. But this is total. This is attrition. It's very ridiculous, but hey, every little bit helps. But they'll still retain a bit of the coast. But I need some more of Gujarati land. That is all. As well as coring all these provinces, and oh boy, this next episode's gonna be hell. I'm saying that in the sense of these uprisings, these separatists we're going to be dealing with. With everybody coming down here into their appropriate positions. Them to be stationed all over the country. And we'll be dealing with, you know, whoever's there. But nonetheless, this mission's complete. Conquer Malwa. And therefore, here's your reward. You lose some of that local autonomy of the Malwa area, which every little bit of that helps. So, we still need more control of these provinces. Even if we have to fight Gujarat one more time. But now we do have a claim in this area. In fact, we'll be conquering 2 nations, in fact. Gujarat and Bengal. Finish off these 2 once and for all. Which we will definitely have the waiting time for that. And we'll declare war against Gujarat before we do with Bengal. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed this episode, because in the next episode, we're going to put down every uprising we see out there. And we spent all of our administrative power for it, and it was worth it. A period of peace and a period of putting down separatists in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.